My name's Raf Tomaszewski from that security company. I work as a stock analyst. Um, and thank you for inviting me.
That's right.
It's a pleasure. The fancy title is From Traps to Agents, a hacker's journey in building while learning. But it basically tells the story about how small side projects led to big security ideas, and I just share that experience I've been through. My journey with building started small and cheap because it started with Raspberry Pi. And I had some spare time, curiosity, and an itch to understand how things worked. So um, I started with projects like Pi-hole, for example, which is it just basically blocks the ads on your network, acts as a DNS. I made it into a portable slide deck and to RetroPie gaming console. Um, I went through projects like the Outer tool, which allows you to um, perform Wi-Fi testing, attacks, capture handshakes, etc. So those are very small and projects that do not require much knowledge, but they taught me um, how to research, how to troubleshoot, how to try, fail, and try again. And every time I've built something, even if it was rough, it gave me a clearer sense of how digital systems behave. And I was basically having fun, and I was learning. And at the same time, I was developing the mindset I rely on today to explore, experiment, and learn by doing, basically. So once I got a taste of building with Raspberry Pi, I decided to take it a step further, especially with AI kind of disrupting the scene and allowing to do so much more with less effort. Um, my confidence grew, and so did my projects. So my next weekend challenge was to build a WhatsApp chatbot, and it wasn't because um, I was bored or lonely. I didn't have anyone to talk about. I was interested in um, gathering threat intelligence and mixing the hobby with the security professional aspect of my work. So I used Flask and Twilio API to handle incoming messages. I did logging, built-in ability to simulate delay to give context. So um, I gave it honey tokens, credentials that could have been exploited, like a fake Dika credentials that attacker could extract from the potential victim. Um, it wasn't deployed publicly in the end, but it was a very interesting experiment, especially that when you learn by doing, you come across problems that you wouldn't normally they wouldn't appear so obvious when you're just in the theory realm. When it comes to practice, you realize you're facing obstacles that wouldn't be so obvious otherwise. Um, so that's that. So it wasn't really about technical breakthrough. I eventually abandoned the project because other people were so much more advanced, but it kind of opened my eyes up on what's possible and what I can do and how to connect my skills and what I was doing and putting it to work and making some real use of it. Um, right. So At first, I started building the honeypot with just on my Mac with a simple Python script Flask application. But my appetite grew, and I started investing in my own lab setup. I figured out that I want to do it properly, um, and I want to start experimenting and see how other things work together, and basically started building my own system, um, which led me through to a sock village. So um, apologies. Right. So while I was building the lab with the purpose of purple teaming, blue teaming, red teaming to basically learn more for myself, for my own purpose, I did realize that I've actually built something that would be a good idea to share. So we did shipped it to B-Sides Lancashire, and we sending it to B-Sides Leeds in June. And it was a great experience because together with my SOC team lead, Mel, we conducted workshops showing people how SOC operates, how it works from the inside. And if you've been to B-Sides, you know that there's many people who aspire to be in the cyber community, to aspire to break into the cyber. And it was both great for us and for them. We built a couple attack scenarios we're moving through, showing how SOC works. And that gave people to ability to interact, to ask questions, to explore, and gave them better understanding of what's happening. Because there's a huge difference between seeing a couple slides or people talking about their work, and it's a completely different thing to see it firsthand and be able to, interact with it. And it feels much more alive this way, in my opinion. Okay. Right. And it was just really another stepping stone in the journey that pointed me to where I think I wanted to be in the first place, which was shift from experimenting and learning, um, playing with the environment and with what possible, to actually thinking about useful applications that could change the way we work, enhance our abilities, and just working as a SOC analyst myself, I was thinking what would be good to me, to my team, my colleagues, what would enable us to work in a much more efficient way. So that's how I came across AI projects. But I'm not talking about just applying multimodal models that are available for a subscription plan. I'm thinking about taking AI offline, which is locally run, that is secure, that doesn't send your data anywhere, that is much more efficient. So, for example, starting with ideas like triaging alerts, summarizing logs, and delivering insights, not to replace human agents, but to enable them work quicker and filter out the noise, basically. All that was possible because of the lab, really. Taking those steps further and further. Um, uh, so right now relearning the fundamentals of programming, taking different courses, learning about AI engineering, and the way the landscape shifted is really interesting, because with what we're looking to achieve, I mean, what I'm looking to achieve with my next projects is having a secure, locally run AI, first as an assistant, but then what we're looking to is to develop basically train from the ground up AI model that is focused just on network data. And because of that, we wouldn't have, it's so much more efficient. It operates on your own network, doesn't send data anywhere, and obviously you don't pay any licenses on it. So that's why we're a big fan of home-built tools. So I think learning by building, the key message from I want you to take it from this is, if you're a learner, if you want to break into cyber and progress yourself, learning by doing is great, because it tackles that learning curve so much quicker. If you employ people and you give them a chance, you might be surprised what they can come up with. So creativity and can stem innovation and really push you forward. And yeah, just start building. And if you have any questions, please ask them. Thank you.